Hi friends, we're going to go over our application problem for today. We're on page 133. We are on our lesson 2 application problem. So let me share my screen with you so that we can go over this together. Okay, here we go. So it says Gemma is counting animals in the park. She counts 16 robins, 19 ducks, and 17 squirrels. How many more robins and ducks did Gemma count than squirrels? So this is our question that we're answering. So I'm going to box it off, make sure that I know that this is what I'm answering. Okay, and I also underlined my important information from this problem. So I know that I'm going to read, draw, and write. So the first thing that I need to figure out is how many robins and ducks Gemma counted, right? Because it's asking me how many more did she count than squirrels. But before I can figure that out, I have to figure out how many robins and ducks she counted together. Okay, so I know that there were 16 robins. I know there are 19 ducks. So in order to figure out how many robins and ducks she counted together, right, I have to add those two numbers together. So one thing that I can do to make this problem a little bit easier for myself is I can use compensation, right? So what I can do is I know that 19 is one away from 20. And I know that if I'm going to make this 20, I'm adding one to here. So I'll have to take one away to here. So it could be 15 plus 20. And that will give me 35. I can double check my work, just make sure that this is the correct number. 16 plus 19, 6 plus 9 is 15. Carry the 10, 1, 1, 110, 3 tens. So, okay, I know that she counted 35 ducks and robins, right? That's the first thing that I know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a tape diagram to know how much she counted. So I know that she counted 35 robins and ducks. I know that she counted 17 squirrels. 17 is less than 35, so that tape diagram is going to be smaller. But what I'm trying to figure out is how many more she counted of the robins and ducks than she did of the squirrels, right? So I'm trying to solve for this missing part, this missing number that's going to tell me how many more there were. So there are two different ways that I could solve this problem, right? I could do 35 minus 17, or I could do 17 plus equals 35. So I can do 35 minus 17 equals my missing number, or I can add my number 17 plus my missing number to give me 35. Now, this is a lot easier to do because I don't know what this missing number is yet, right? So I'm gonna do my subtraction to help me figure out my missing number. So if I do 35 minus 17, right, I can't do 5 minus 7 in the ones place, so I'm going to have to borrow from the tens place. So I'm going to borrow a 10, this becomes 2, this becomes 15, right, because I'm bringing over a 10. 15 minus 7 gives me 8. 2 tens minus 1 10 gives me 1 10, so that gives me 18. Right, I can check my work by adding it back together, right, by doing the reverse operation. So 17 plus 18, 7 plus 8 gives me 15, carry the 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives me 3 times, so 35, right? So this matches here. So I know that my missing number is 18. So to answer my question, how many more robins and ducks did Gemma count than squirrels? I know she counted 18 more robins and ducks than squirrels. So for the next page, where it's asked me to write a statement, I'm going to write Gemma counted 18 more, right? This word more is really important. 18 more robins and ducks than squirrels. Right, so this problem was a comparison problem. Sometimes these problems can be a little bit confusing, right, when it's asking us to figure out how many more. But when we see that this magic phrase right here, how many more, this tells me this is going to be a comparison problem, right? And I always know in my comparison problem, I'm comparing two numbers. I'm always trying to solve for this missing part. So if you got 18 as your missing number, excellent job.